Hi, my name is Jessica Morris. I am a freshman here at Owens, and I am in the pre-nursing program. The topic that I chose to talk about that I believe limits interpersonal communications is cancel culture. So, cancel culture is a newly conceived societal movement that has become equally popular and disliked over the last few years since it began. So, what exactly is cancel culture? Where did it come from and why did it start? According to the New York Post, cancel culture is the phenomenon of promoting the canceling of people, brands, shows, etc., due to what some people consider to be offensive or problematic remarks or ideologies. No matter how big or small of a following or company you have, no one is exempt or safe from being canceled. So, what exactly does it mean to cancel somebody? So, we'll take Ellen DeGeneres, for example. Um, a few of her former employees publicly claimed that their workplace environment was toxic for them while working on Ellen's set. These claims provoked millions of people to instantly want to cancel her and remove the Ellen show off of the air completely. They didn't have any more evidence or even a statement from Ellen about the situation. They just chose to not follow her anymore. A lot of people argue whether or not the cancel culture was the main reason the show started to lose ratings and eventually get canceled. Ellen herself said that she felt like she had been canceled and that it was absolutely devastating. So I believe that cancel culture started as a way of getting people to take accountability for their actions or the words that they say. Unfortunately, somewhere along the line, what started as something that was supposed to help turned into people getting death threats. People's personal information was being shared all over social media. So, cancel culture, it seeps into all the aspects of the target's life. Not only does cancel culture want to ruin businesses, it's weaponized to ruin character as well. And cancel culture doesn't only affect employment and businesses, it also really affects the victim's mental health, especially if there's not a whole lot of truth or any truth at all to what was said. And even sometimes things get taken out of context. Victims of cancel culture, I would imagine, would feel very isolated, almost like they're back on a school playground and nobody wants to play with them anymore. It can be devastating for people's mental health as well as their careers. So, cancel culture, it could happen to anybody. Typically, it's public figures, celebrities, political figures, but it can also happen to just a day-to-day person that isn't a celebrity. They can also be canceled. Things that people might do would be to leave negative reviews for their place of employment. If they are a small business owner, they will not patronize their businesses, and they also push for others to do the same thing. Sometimes they'll even go as far as contacting employers. and pushing for them to be fired. When it's somebody who holds a higher power or is more popular, has a bigger following, like a celebrity, actor, or singer, sports players, politicians, presidents, etc., people will often unfollow these people on social media. They will stop promoting their brands and really just do anything in their power to destroy their career. I believe that cancel culture started with good intentions. I think that it started to make people more conscious about insensitive things that they do or that they say in their everyday lives. But it doesn't fix the problem. It helps bring the issue to the surface, but it does not fix the problem. So why is cancel culture a bad thing for interpersonal communications? An article that I found online, I think, brought up a really good point. It says that by attempting to stop the spread of hate through cancellation, we are also killing human beings' ability to communicate, learn, and grow openly without fear of saying something wrong. Without these freedoms, authentic connection will continue to dwindle and our ability to grow as humans along with it. So I found that to be really interesting, and I also completely agree with that idea. When people are afraid of being ostracized by others in their social circle, then they're afraid to ask questions and explore ideas that may or may not be correct. But if we don't have these conversations, it stops people from learning. And it also stops people from unlearning any negative ideologies that they may have always had or been brought up with throughout their life. So cancel culture, it also perpetuates the same structure and tactics of bullying. Just like going back to the school playground, same idea. Just in the name of some self-righteous beliefs that usually are not universal to everyone. People have also gone as far as doxing people's information on the internet, which that will give everyone access to sensitive information about the target or victim, such as their addresses, their workplace addresses, any phone numbers for them, etc. So how do we stop the negative effects of cancel culture? As something that started as a way to bring attention to injustices, it quickly came with a lot of negative aspects as well. I think that a great way to combat these negative aspects is to just be willing to have open-minded conversations with people. I feel as though if we listen and have respectful conversations from both sides, that we could get a lot further in making actual change to the way that people think. We need to be more willing to have in-person conversations with people who don't necessarily share the same views as us about sensitive topics. We also need to remember that all family dynamics are different, but if we are willing to be open-minded and accept that some things need to be changed, I think that we could do a great deal of change.